Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? This is Jose Garcia. Welcome to day number 6. Okay, I want to thank you guys for being here and watching this video. Now, today's topic is going to be language of success. Okay, this is a really important topic. I really like this topic, and I'm going to share with you some really important aspects of the way you talk to yourself, the way people talk. This is very, very important. Okay, but before we get into our topic, as you can see, there's a picture of me and here's one of my friends, Devin. All right. Now, if you filled out the application, a few days ago, you saw Devin, you saw his video. Okay. And if you haven't, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you the video that he shares with you once you fill out the application. But like I said, I strongly suggest that you go to fill out the application if you still haven't filled it out, and go through the process, and he'll share with you some really cool information. Okay, in the video, he's gonna discuss products and compensation plan and why it is that we're using Big Idea Mastermind or Empower Network as a vehicle to accomplish the $5,000 that you're trying to make, okay, or whatever your income goal is. Okay, so again, after this little presentation, go ahead and go back to the email, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to Devin's video. And it's a really cool video. He's a really funny guy, so go ahead and watch it. He'll make you laugh and stuff. He's really cool, and he'll share with you again some basics of what it is that we do. Um, again, the compensation plan, that's something big that he goes in detail on. And you could see exactly how you'll be getting paid and how you can make, $5,000 or even more if you want. He'll go ahead and go in detail. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started with the topic for today. Okay, what language are you using? Okay. Now, are you using the language of success or are you using the language of failure? Okay, like when you talk to people, what is it that you say, or how is it that you say things? Are you always saying, "Oh, I don't feel like doing that. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm really busy." Or what kind of language do you use on a daily basis? Okay, and maybe you don't even have to be talking to somebody else. You can be talking to yourself. Okay, because that's one of the biggest problems is the language that we use with ourselves. We often tell ourselves, "Oh, we're not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have time. I can't do that." So again, guys, this is really, really important that from now on, if you guys would like, go ahead and try this, okay? Try this and pay attention to the way you talk to yourself, or even pay attention to other people. Okay, pay attention to other people and listen to how they talk, and see if they're using the language of failure, which they're always complaining and they're full of excuses about everything, or if they're using the language of success. If they're enthusiastic, if they're happy, if they want to, if they're positive about doing things and active. Look at that, okay? Then you could decide which language you want to use, okay? The language of success or the language of failure. Because I can tell you guys, the language of success is the one that's going to help you guys accomplish whatever it is that you guys want, okay? So, how do you improve this? Okay, this is something that I really like to teach, and a lot of people are always asking me like, well, how do I do this, and how do I start changing that? And the thing is, I can tell you guys right off the bat, it's gonna take some time. Okay, it's not gonna be by tomorrow you're gonna be able to you know use the language of success like right away. Okay, it's gonna take a couple weeks, a week or two. But as long as you're doing something, as long as you're always catching yourself when you're using the language of success, you're going on the right direction. Okay, so here are some basic key points that I personally do to that I personally started doing when I started changing my mindset and using the language of success. Okay, it's the environment. What type of environment are you surrounded with? Okay, your friends, do they talk about negative stuff, about the news, about how bad the economy is, about how there's no jobs out there? Is that all they talk about? Okay, always pay attention to your environment. Okay, what kind of people are you around? Okay, another thing is mentors. Look at mentors. Look at people who are successful in your business, in your life. Let's say you have a job. Or look at your manager, or look at your main boss. Look at how they talk. Okay, and see. Okay, he's the owner of this restaurant, for example, for a reason. Okay, how does he talk? How does he act? How does he walk? Okay, that's another topic that's really excites me, and I'm gonna go ahead and share with you that in a couple days from now. But that's the whole self-image stuff. But today, again, I want to focus on the language. Okay, so always look at mentors, look at people who you see that are successful, and listen to the way they talk. Okay. Another thing is audios. You know, I mentioned it to you guys a couple times already. Is listen to audios. Okay, listen to people like Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas. You know, he's a really big one for me. But listen to them and listen to how they talk. Okay, and again, if you do this, you know, 30 minutes a day or 45 minutes a day, if you listen to this, slowly you're going to start to become that. You're going to slowly start to talk like them, okay, and start using the language of success. And the coolest thing is, you're going to be able to start, you know, noticing that in people. Okay, when I talk to people, many of the times I catch it. You know, I catch it right away when they're talking. You know, when they're using the failure language, because they're like, "Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that." And before I started, you know, feeding my mind with positive language and successful language, I didn't even notice that, but now I do. Okay, so that's something really cool that you guys are going to go ahead and experience if you guys really want to start using the language of success. Okay, so reading is another thing. Again, if you read on a daily basis, if you read positive information, you're going to go ahead and, again, your subconscious mind is going to start reprogramming itself. Okay, and then when you speak, you're going to start speaking successfully. You're going to start maybe using some of the stories or some of the some of the stories that you listen to or that you read. You're going to start talking like that. Okay, and if, again, it's not going to happen overnight. I'm not going to be like, hey guys, you know, do this and tomorrow you're going to be successful at this. No, it may take, you know, a week or two, but just go ahead and take action on it. Okay, a big one is ask, how can I? Okay, how can I make an additional $5,000? How can I solve this problem? How can I succeed in life? And what's going to happen is you're going to start to think of ideas on how you can make this happen. Okay? Because a lot of the times, many people are always saying, I can't do that. I can't make $5,000 a month. I can't find a job. I can't solve this problem. So what does that happen? Your mind and your subconscious mind, you know, they work together. Right off the bat, they're going to just shut down. And if they do open up, what are they going to share with you? What are you going to think about? Ways why you cannot succeed, why you cannot solve that problem. Okay? So again, instead of saying I can't, say how can I? How can I succeed? How can I make this work? How can I improve my life? How can I help my family? Okay? So that's something important. All right? So I have two little stories. I'll try to make them short. You know me, I can talk and make my videos very long. But these are two little stories that I want to share with you, okay? The first one is of one of my cousins, okay? I have let's go ahead and just say I have my male cousin and a female cousin, okay? So one time I was going to LA with my female cousin, and she was telling me and complaining about her job. And she was telling me how, you know, how she hated it, how nobody, you know, she didn't like anybody there. And I tried helping her out. I was like, you know what? Start changing the way you think and start changing the way you talk to yourself or the way you talk to other people. Okay? And I asked her a simple question. I was like, what is it that you want? And the first thing she said was, well, I can tell you what I don't want. And I was like, wait, your whole mind and just the way she was explaining to me what it is that she didn't want, I can tell that it was negative failure attitude, language. And it just wasn't working. And then a couple days later, it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, I asked her, I was like, hey, so did you do what I asked? And what I asked was that she should look at the managers, the owners of the restaurant, people who were successful, who were happy in her job, and that she should start applying that. Okay, and she was cool. She was all happy about it. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. And then a couple weeks later, I asked her how she was doing, and she's like, oh, there's nobody to look up to in that business, in that restaurant. And right away, I was like, okay, well, if you say there's nobody to look up to in that business, then guess what? That's exactly what you're going to get. That's exactly what you're going to see, and your mind closes off. So you can't even look at the owner. Like, the owner of that restaurant is there for a reason, right? So again, the language of success. What language was she using? What language are you using? Okay? Now, My other little cousin, I went to Mexico, and he's just like 16 years old or something. And I was asking him about what he wanted to do with his life and what kind of stuff he was into. And somehow the subject of speaking English came up. Okay, so we were talking in Spanish, and then I was like, "So, why is it that you haven't learned English?" And he's like, "Oh, I cannot learn English." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" I was like, "What do you mean you cannot learn English?" He's like, "I can't, man." He's like, "My head is like a rock. Like, the information just doesn't go in my head." And I was like, "Okay, look, slow down, and I can help you. Would you like my help?" I asked him, and he said, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, look, start telling yourself that learning English is easy." Okay. I started telling him, I was like, you have to. Quick question that I asked him before that was, how long have you been telling yourself that you can't do this? And he's like, oh, for like 3 years. And I was like, have you learned anything? He's like, no. And it was funny because I looked into his eyes and bam, right away, he just had like a little breakthrough like, oh, I've been telling myself I can't learn English for the last, 3 years, and I haven't learned English. And I was like, see what I mean? So then I told him to start changing the way he talked to himself, start telling himself that he could do it, that, easy, English was easy to learn. And I tell you guys, a few days later, he was saying a couple words here and there that were, in English because my little brothers were over there and they were always together. And I was like, so I can see that you're learning English. He's like, yeah, it's not that hard. And I was like, I told you. And he's like, yeah, I get it. And then recently, my mom talked to his mom, my aunt, and I guess now he's all like, for anything that he does, he's always thinking positive. He's like, oh yeah, like my cousin said, I have to think positive. I have to talk to myself in a positive way. And I was, when my mom told me that, I felt proud. I was like, yeah, somebody, my little cousin is looking at, he kind of got the idea of the advice. He took the advice that I gave him. So that was really cool, and that's, to me, that's the most important thing. As long as somebody's willing to learn, then I love sharing stuff with them. Okay, so I sent him a message on Facebook, and I directed him to a couple of YouTube videos in Spanish, of the language of success and all this stuff. So hopefully he keeps on improving that. So again, guys, the language of success. Which one are you using? Okay, catch yourself. Catch yourself. The language of success, yes, I can do it. It's possible. It's easy. Or the language of failure, I can't do it. I have nobody to look up to. Life is hard. I'm tired. Okay, you got to look at that. All right, guys. So that was kind of the little language of success tips that I wanted to give you guys. Now, today's assignments. Okay, this is very, very important, guys. Go ahead and go back to the email again. Go back to the email and watch Devin's video. Okay, in Devin's video, again, he's a really funny guy. So go ahead and just check it out. He's really cool. He's a really cool guy, and he's gonna talk about the products. Okay, if you guys have questions about Big Idea Mastermind, or if you guys have mostly questions about what it is that we're selling, what it is that we're doing, how it is that we do things, he's gonna go ahead and explain that. Okay. So I know you guys have been watching Vic's videos, and he talked about the vehicle, he talked about the foundation, and all this other stuff. Now Devin is going to go ahead and add more to that. Okay, so this is important, guys. Go ahead and go back to the email. Check out Devin's video. Like I said, he's a really funny guy, and he's going to talk about the products. He's going to talk about the compensation plan. Okay, so a lot of you guys have questions about the compensation plan. How is it that you get paid? How is it that you can make $5,000 a month, or what is it that you have to do? Okay, so again, guys, if you guys have questions about the compensation plan, how it is that you're going to get paid, Devin is going to go ahead and explain that. Okay, so after that, I'm going to go ahead right under that link. I'm going to go ahead and send you guys to a video. Okay, watch these 2 success stories. Now, these success stories are of 2 girls who are in Big Idea Mastermind, and they're succeeding as well. And it's extremely, to me, it was really, really, eye-opening and like kind of emotional when I saw their story, because, Safina, she talks a lot about leadership, and how it is that a lot of us are uplifting other individuals. So go ahead and check out Safina's story, And also Cindy, she talks about how she is succeeding with Big Idea Mastermind. Okay, she talks about how it is that it's easy, how it is that she also struggled. She went through many different struggles in her life. She was in other businesses. She didn't succeed in stuff in life and jobs and all this other stuff. And she's going to go ahead and tell you what it is that she has been doing to succeed with Big Idea Mastermind and Empower Network. Okay, guys? So again, be sure you guys do that. Be sure you guys watch Devin's video for the compensation plan and the products. That one's really important. And go ahead and check out the video from the 2 success stories. Okay, those are really important, and they're gonna be in the video, in the email. Sorry, in the email of where I directed you to this video. Okay, all right, guys. And tomorrow's topic, I'm gonna talk about discipline. Okay, this is a big topic. A lot of people ask me, Jose, I can't do this, and again, the language. I'm just like, hold on, yes, you can. But a lot of people ask me like, how do I change? How do I start improving myself? How do I do certain things? And I'm like, okay, tomorrow is going to be a great topic. I'm going to go in detail about the importance of discipline, okay, and habits. Because I can tell you guys right off the bat, the person who we are, it has to do with our habits, okay? What it is that we do every single day, that's who makes us, right? So tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and go in detail on how to change habits. I'm going to give you guys a really, really great strategy that worked for me personally, and it has worked for a lot of people because of the way I was like, you know what, you have to do it in a certain way in order for you, your mind, and your body to start changing those habits. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go in detail about that tomorrow. All right, guys, so thank you guys very much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys watching my video. Again, welcome to the team if you guys already got started. If you guys have questions, I'm going to keep on sending you emails. And if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me an email. Okay? Another thing is, if you haven't received a phone call from the application you submitted and you're serious, send me an email. Be like, hey, Jose, you know what? I haven't received a phone call yet, but I'm very serious about this. And I'm going to go ahead and ask you a few other questions. And then I'm going to try to work with you. I'll check out your application and see what it is that that we can work on, and I can go ahead and work with you as long as you're willing to put in the work and you're serious about it. Okay, guys? So again, I'm here to support you guys. I'm here to provide you guys with value, and I hope you guys are gaining a bunch of golden nuggets about how we're building our foundation. All right, guys? So this is the most important thing. In the future videos, I'm going to go ahead and discuss with you guys marketing stuff, Facebook stuff, YouTube stuff, all this other stuff. But the most important thing is the foundation. Okay, you guys have to believe that it's possible. You guys have to believe that you will succeed. Okay, and I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to inspire you guys and give you guys, golden nuggets that are going to help you get there. Okay, all right, guys. So again, thank you guys very much for your time. I appreciate it, and I'll send you guys an email tomorrow. And go ahead and go back to the email and check out Devon's video and the 2 success stories. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you.